When life gives you lemons, make it into a lemonade. No, when life gives you lemons, squeeze it in your eye and ask, is that all you got? And I definitely won't squeeze a lemon into my eyes. And this isn't lemonade, this is tea. Which is a bit cold now, but cold and sour. But today I want to talk about how to turn every sour moment in your life into the best thing you could ever think of, which is this sour tea right now that I'm drinking, into something magical and something sweet and something that we can learn from. If you would like to know how to turn every sour moment into a good one, keep listening. Hi everyone, it's Princess. Welcome or welcome back to my podcast. I'm so excited that you're here. I'm so excited that you're listening to this new episode. I'm so excited that we can have like a little tea chat, just drinking tea and just having a nice time. And I hope you have your own tea, but not as sour as mine. But anyways, I want to share my tips on overcoming difficult challenges, because whether we like it or not, we're definitely going to face some difficult challenges. And if we just not equip ourselves better, or if we don't learn how to overcome these challenges, we would be stuck. We would feel stuck. We will feel overwhelmed. Because I know that there have been situations in my life where I'm just like, I really don't know what to do right now, and I'm just stuck. No one can help me because it's such a personal decision that I have to do on my own. So in this episode, I will just be sharing how to turn every challenge into an opportunity for growth, because I can testify to the fact that every single thing that I thought would bring me down is what has actually built me up and made me who I am today, which is much more confident, much more resilient, and just overall being a better human being and growing as an adult. So the first thing that you should do is to acknowledge these lemons. You can't just ignore that definitely things are not going perfect. You have to know that, okay, these are the things that are going on and this is what's happening to me. I wish it wasn't happening to me though, but this is what we are working with, because you can't ignore the fact that you have some lemons in your life. And the next step is to find your sweetener, because if you don't look for what you can add to make your lemonade sweet, it's just going to be sour, super sour. So find your sweetener. Look for other things in your life that are positive, or look for something in your life that you can add that would make your life so much more sweeter. Because there are times where we just focus on the challenges. We don't try to look for what is beautiful. We don't try to look for what we can learn from this. We don't try to look for the other things that are so much more positive. We don't even look a year back from now. A year ago, you would have never imagined how beautiful your life is right now. A year ago, you would have never imagined this is what you're facing and this is such an opportunity for growth. A year ago, you would have never imagined, or personally, a year ago, me would have never imagined that I'm here right now. A year ago, me personally would have never dreamt of doing video podcasts, because she was just so shy and so uncomfortable. So now if I'm facing a challenge with my videos are not doing well, but it's there are other positive things, there are other sweet things in my life. I'm even doing the videos, I'm even showing up, which is so amazing. And I try not to be the person that would always try and look for a hidden lesson, always try and make everything turn for good. I don't want to be too extreme with trying to turn everything for good, but there is so much benefit if you approach your challenges like that. What can I learn from this? What's my takeaway? How will I better equip myself with this challenge for future issues down the line? And we should not expect issues, but be prepared, because life is unpredictable. The only thing that you can predict in life is change. So figure out that hidden lesson which you can use better, because now I can face a challenge. If something is going wrong, for example, I can face that challenge and just be cool and calm-headed. When I was a bit younger, if I face a challenge, I would immediately start crying. Honestly, crying was my coping mechanism. I would cry first and then look for the solution later. I would just call it a day. But now I'm able to turn a challenge around. I'm able to not cry first. I'm able to actually look for better solutions to things. So shift your perspective, which is to add water in your lemonade, because we're looking for how to make the best lemonade when life throws us lemons. And shifting your perspective just means looking at it from a different point of view, because when you're in a situation, when you're the one experiencing all of it, it's so easy for your judgments to be clouded. It's so easy for you to feel the world is crumbling, everything doesn't work out for me. why me? It's so easy to ask yourself all these questions. But when you just shift your perspective and think, will this matter in a year? Or when you just zoom out to see things from like an aerial view, and you see how everything is going to play out. Like, no, you can't see definitely, but you just imagine how everything is going to play out. Like, is this thing really this necessary? How I'm acting, is this how I'm supposed to be? Because we can get in our feels, and you're not alone, like, definitely me. So we can definitely get in our feels. We can definitely get in our head at times, especially when we're the one experiencing it. Because when it's not you experiencing it, you can judge a situation with a clear mind. You can judge a situation with from like a strong, unemotional standpoint. But when it's you involved, you're just focusing on the problem, not looking for a solution, not looking for what this really means. Because you can be going through something like this and you make it such a big thing. But when you remove yourself from the situation and shift your perspective, looking at it from a third person's point of view, you can now say, okay, you know what, this isn't that bad. This is how this could play out. With this, you can then do this. And then because of this, you can now go this way. Like, shifting your perspective would help you in a situation whereby you're adding so much emotions into. And not every situation is black and white. Not every situation is, end all be all. You should always try and reflect on it with a clear mind and try and journal about how you're feeling. And the next one is to find something to be grateful for. Find something to be grateful for, because you know what, it's not all times that a situation would show you a lesson. Like, not everything is a lesson, honestly, and it's a hard pill to swallow. Like, just knowing, okay, that just happened because it just happened. Not everything is a lesson. So find other things in your life to be grateful for, because I'm definitely sure you have a roof over your head. I'm definitely sure you have friends, you have your family. Like, there should be something, you're in good health. There should be something you can be grateful for. So even if you lost one thing, there's still other things to be grateful for. So when life throws you lemons, don't just focus on those lemons. Focus on the other things in your life that you could hold on to and cherish, because what you focus on is more of what you get. So if you keep focusing on those lemons, you're going to see much more lemons in your life. You're going to notice so much more lemons in your life. But if you focus on the positive, great things in your life, you're going to even find more positive things to be grateful for, more good things in your life to be grateful for. And the next tip is to enjoy the process. When I heard the quote, don't forget to smell the roses on your way, I got really inspired by it, because I was living my life focusing on the destination, not even the journey. And I realized that if I keep focusing on the destination, I wouldn't even live. I'm just constantly pursuing something, right? Because I'll pursue this and I get it, and then is the next. Like, I'm wishing for end of the semester, and when is the next semester, I'm wishing for the next end of the semester. I'm wishing for this, or when is the end, I'm wishing for the next thing. So don't forget to smell the roses on your way, because it is the journey that makes up your life, not the destination. Yes, you can achieve all these great things, but then you ask yourself, what is even life if I'm just constantly pursuing the next best thing, if I'm just constantly pursuing a goal? For example, if I'm trying to grow my podcast channel, and if I'm not enjoying the process of creating and recording and sharing my thoughts and everything, I will just be focusing on the growth. And then when I finally get that growth, I'm going to set a new milestone, and then a new milestone. And when I look back, I just realized that my life hasn't really been worth living, because I've achieved everything that I want to achieve, but I didn't even enjoy any second of it. I didn't even feel any second of it. I can't look back and be like, that was a good time. You know, I really love that time. I also saw a quote that was, I wish we could know when we're in the good old days before we leave the good old days. Because there are times where we leave a certain space of our life, like it's a new era, a new season, and then we look back and we're thinking to ourselves, you know what, that was really the good old days. I really miss the fact that was the good old days. In that situation, when you were in that era, you couldn't wait to just get to the next thing. You couldn't wait to just end it. You couldn't wait to just move to the next goal. You were praying and wishing and hoping for this to be over. But now you're looking back and you're like, you know what, that was the good old days. So treat every season, every era of your life as the good old days. Like, you know what, these are the good years. Like, these are the best years. I really enjoy where I am in my life, because this is just the best. Like, I feel so happy. I can just record my silly little podcast when I feel like, and I'm just watching movies and then I'm just editing the podcast. Like, it's so amazing, because yes, definitely this podcast is going to grow to an extent where I can't even, it's going to grow bigger than me, God willing. And I just want to cherish this moment instead of chasing that moment that is yet to come and just waiting for that moment. Why don't I just enjoy where I am now, Like, life would be much more better if you enjoy where you are now while still working on your goals and everything. And my last tip is know that life is full of an unexpected twist. So in this lemonade recipe is to add whatever is necessary. If you like sugar, if you like honey, add it to your lemonade. And my last tip is to know that life is full of unexpected twists. So in this recipe of making lemons, take what you need, take what you have. You need to look around your environment and figure out, okay, what do I need in this situation? Because everybody needs different things in different situations. So being able to learn and adapt and being resilient is going to be your superpower. If you need more sugar in your lemonade, add more sugar. If you need less sugar, if you need honey, like if you need cinnamon, whatever you need in making this best lemonade, because best lemonade is subjective. It is what suits you best. So if you feel stuck or unsure of where you are in life, being flexible and being adaptable to your situation is going to be your superpower, and this will help you to build resilience. So this is all that I have for this podcast episode. So if you enjoyed this episode, comment down lemon emojis, because I literally drank sour tea for you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in my next week's episode.